Aloha guys, this is JRTV. If you can see any stars twinkling out there, but we're in a nice neighborhood here. Some usual expressing that knowledge is power. For example, over time, there have been judgments and expressions and physical actions to discussing breast size in relationship to women, and it's been a bit of an objectification. It's been an objectification, and so as far as men are concerned, it could be said just as significantly that obviously a tighter or smaller vagina is more attractive than a larger vagina, and consequently penis size. What I want to explain is that all of that stuff, if people mention that, there's the city. Stuff like premarital intimacy that people engage in, or talk of sex organs, or that type of thing. It's just notice it and avoid it. You know, it's what it is it's perverts that are seducing one another. It's you know, you have to qualify everything based upon whether it's love, it's a loving activity, or it's lustful. Now, loving, for example, might be maybe, you know, if you glance at somebody and they seem attractive, but guess what? You don't want to seduce them. Instead, you want to celebrate their individuality and physical attraction, and that they might have a great experience with a dream mate. You know, let's say they have a body you find very attractive. Want them to, you know, enjoy that body, and somebody else to enjoy that body. That's how we transcend the illusion of individuality and enter the reality that we are pure fucking consciousness. And when you look at a human body, you know, maybe you look at yourself in the mirror, or imagine seeing yourself in third person, or things like looking at somebody in their head and their ears and you know, their bipedal movement. They're fucking, that's not us. We're not fucking human beings. We're not hominids, whatever. We are the magic that animates them. And what I'm trying to suggest is, you know, you have to think in terms of you are the universe. You can say you're willing to do what it takes to get stuff done. You're willing to be receptive to what you need at this moment in your spiritual and physical progress, not perhaps what you want. You know, sometimes you might need money, sometimes you might not. Sometimes you might need to have an experience like, for example, going on a nice vacation. And other times it may distract you from your goals. You know, so be careful with this though, because if you put yourself in too much of a, especially when you're in public and you're vulnerable, when you're gonna get in a good mood, your third chakra is vulnerable. Somebody can take power over you by getting you in a good mood. That's what salespeople do, right? But what I'm saying is, don't get in, you know, be careful not to say like, I totally surrender it to whatever, to the universe or to God, whatever you describe it. You know, you don't want to be casually saying that in public, because it puts you in a state of mind of a follower. And you know, has to be a sacred meditation you do in a safe place where you clear your mind, and you perhaps do transcendental meditation, which is simply repeating, what it is repeating a word in your head, a single word, and whenever you have a thought, you repeat that word to reconcentrate yourself on the space and silence between thoughts, and you just, you know, you allow yourself to perhaps write things down that come up to mind. Because the problem is people think that people's minds outsmart them. They make them think that, oh, I can figure everything out. But you can't. Your thoughts will rule you. So you need to manage those thoughts by writing them down instead of them cycling around and around again. That's why the light work's useful. It's not just praying, oh, I hope this gets figured out. It's actively seeing it figure out, imagining bright white light around your work or your personal life or people. It's imagining people smiling who you're upset at instead of imagining them angry. You're programming your mind, right? Now, furthermore, having something fancy, a luxurious item, or an amenity, or a fancy, or a privileged experience or lifestyle. What's backing that up? What did you do for the community to earn that? And the mistake people make is thinking, oh, I want to make money. How do you get rich? No, it's how do you serve how many people? And then you end up being able to monetize that because of the connections and appreciation that you've generated by pursuing that truth. And then it's consistent. It's like you don't just have money. Like, even if I had 10 million right now, I wouldn't start a family. I wouldn't do certain things I wouldn't do because there are stuff I need to do. I need my time to write my book. I need time to I need time to do things. I need time to figure out my businesses, to take dude, I wouldn't want to, if I could quote unquote meet my dream mate tomorrow, I wouldn't want to do it because it's a process. And I don't let your ego try to circumnavigate and find loopholes in the process. The process is a built-in countermeasure to make sure that you're not just run and manipulated by other people or run by your lower chakras and emotions. Okay? Now, continuing on, what else do we have? Your dream mate is not somebody that you're going to have to worry about being physically attracted to you or hoping they are. They're by definition that they are attracted to you. And like I was saying, in life, this is my conclusion. The best experience, I think, in if one's going to be masturbating, is actually imagining somebody that you have found in your day-to-day life that you have a physical interest in, mutual interest, and it's that energy of holding and loving, and of course in concert with sexual acts, that I think has a more compelling effect into the psyche as well. And I don't know if anyone has thought about this before, but I think in humanity, like, there's a sort of a subtle, it's like a subtle energy where women like to show off naturally. They like to be flowers in the garden and seen and fantasized about. And I think there's a ethereal energy where men fantasize about women, and it creates a sort of, if you will, superconscious or secret connection with humans. And that's, I think, the danger of pornography. Beyond the fact that pornography involves basically prostitution, people giving their energy to other people. You gotta forget about sex. You gotta forget about the sex organs. Those will distract you, because what it is it's about giving, obviously, sexual compatibility. That's something that can be brought up with two people who may have some interest in each other. However, there are more compelling factors than that keep people together than just physical attraction. And So in other words, you could be you would rather be with somebody who you're perhaps find less physically attractive than perhaps in theory the most physically attractive person you could imagine. And it's actually a psychological and physical burden, for example, to have quote unquote larger features, more pronounced quote unquote sexual features. You can guess what I might be referring to. Breast, ass, penis, uh, um, the types of things. It's like it interferes with life. It can be a real distraction, and in fact, it would be more functional, right, for people to have a smaller sex organs, which could it's easier for them to function, if you will. But like I was saying, my conclusion here. Watch this. Nothing is very meaningful at all. By the way, if I could illuminate that for you guys, I think that would be cool. Nothing's meaningful. You know? I was saying earlier, these physical bodies, they're just monkeys. So nothing is meaningful at all. And it's not a bad thing. Because it's like the peace that I experience when I say, repeat after myself, I am the universe, I am all this, I am God, I am the fucking unified field of light that's superimposed upon existence and all things, brighter than all the mountains. Look at that red and yellow. That is the colors of the Rough Riders. I am a Roosevelt High School graduate. Rough Riders in the house. I used to run around here in physical education and different things. We used to go up this mountain for jogs, But I'm just telling you guys, I'm, just a regular person that is fucking taken the discipline of whatever it's called, austerity, I think, where you isolate yourself and just observe society and derive conclusions and fucking bam, put it together. So remember that, right? We are, everything is of no great consequence. Everything in life. And when you operate from that level, you're able to be free from the fear that maybe it'll end, the only thing that will fucking end is your day-to-day experience of your own truth, the own memories. But people consume drugs in order to escape memories that they don't want. But you can fucking redefine it. Instead of saying, oh, that person's my ex-wife, oh, that person's my parent. You can say, watch this, you can say, oh, that person's just a stranger, or that person's my friend, my equal, not my authority. Why would you, labeling someone parent, are you saying that person's your authority? Labeling that someone your girlfriend, are you saying that person's a girl and a friend? Are you saying they're not your dream mate? Are you saying you might get married to them? Are you saying you might not? Or maybe they're your non-dream mate. All right? So thank you for just allowing for this time to think about what I'm saying. Please comment below. Remember, we are all that is. Repeat that to yourself many times. And just go up in a sky level, look down at the world, look at people walking around, just imagine for a second. Look at that. We are the fucking light that animates that. So use that light. Research light work on my channel. You'll find a good light work session. It's just simply holding your hands out like this, like a laser beam, like a wand, beam of bright white light streaks through that building. Imagine the people in there illuminated, bright, smiling, joyful, astounded about the white light. All right, so good energy, guys. Yeah, and maybe you're watching this and still feeling downtrodden. Why are you feeling badly? Look at it. Is it your own body? Are you having physical or mental problems? Beam your own body. Beam your bed, all right? Go to your bed and just train a brilliant white light. Imagine it yourself. Imagine it in your own mind. Imagine somebody coming in and saying, whoa, what is that light? Okay? That is who we are. All right? And maybe something at work, something you're concerned about the scarcity that's going on right now in the world. Go for abundance. Let go of certain things, people that you, as possible. You know, if you feel lonely, go fucking say hi to people, engage people. Don't create, you know, don't be a traffic hazard or anything. But do connect with people, you know, make good stuff happen. You know. So I want to say aloha to everyone. And yes, please comment if you have a strong opinion about something that I've shared here. Aloha.